Look alive, Rangers! Welcome to Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 4 Shock and Awesome, where you'll have to overcome the swarm and purge the infestation if you want to save the island. With the swarm gathering, there's no time to waste, so let's dig into what's new this season. You'll notice pretty quickly that the island has been invaded by vicious bugs, which are slowly colonizing the environment. With this comes the option of landing at swarmer POIs, such as the Hive, Ranger's Ruin, and Demon's Debris, which are not only infested by swarmer bugs, but also contain some loot that every player is going to want to get their hands on. But this won't come easy. Once you drop into one of these spots, you'll have the chance to start a number of cleanup tasks in the area, such as blasting bugs and bursting Hive stashes. Completing these will eventually goad out the terrifying Bug Queen for an epic boss fight. Once she's defeated, players will be rewarded with one of 3 new medallions, providing passive buffs that could easily be a difference maker in high-level lobbies. For defeating the Queen at Ranger's Ruin, you'll nab the Carapace Medallion, which will grant gradual shield regen up to 50 and a boost of 50 health on eliminating another player. Perfect for the fraggers out there that like to play aggressively. Once the Queen at Demon's Debris is exterminated, she gives the Spring Leg Medallion, which grants the player an extra mid-air jump. Perfect for covering distance in mid-game or for sneaky high ground retakes in endgame. Finally, the Queen at the Hive drops the Surge Medallion, giving increased movement speed and a boost when sliding, making for smoother rotates and additional late-game mobility. Of course, we can expect all of the top-tier pros to be battling it out to reap the rewards of these new biomes, but if the bug nests are a little hot, the return of golden POIs means that there'll always be some high-value loot worth fighting over. If you were a fan of the hero ranking system last season, you're going to love the refreshed OXR version with this update. Similar to last season, you can improve your rank by completing objectives such as eliminating opponents and clearing bug nests. Upon ranking up, make sure to turn your eyes to the sky as you'll be rewarded with a drop pod landing in near your location, providing some valuable loot including better weapons, boons, heals, and rare items at the higher ranks. Improving your rank will also grant you access to military bunkers spread across the map, which provides high-tier loot and access to exotic variants of weapons. So be sure to rank up quickly to ensure you get your hands on these items before another player does. Of course, you're going to need some pretty heavy firepower if you're going to be blasting all of these bugs, so you know what that means: new weapons. The Lead Spitter 3000 will undoubtedly be a standout weapon this season with its high fire rate and devastating damage. This weapon introduces a new recoil mechanic where the weapon's crosshair moves independently to the player's perspective, making this a hard weapon to master, but if you've got the skills and huge amounts of ammo to boot, you can expect to disrupt any lobby that you drop into. Another new weapon that we might see prioritized in competitive is the Wrecker Revolver. This high damage handgun uses shotgun ammo to deal powerful results, whether you're taking on an engagement for mid-range when ADSing or using it like a shotgun in close quarters. Other notable mentions this season are the OXR rifle, which is a standard, unscoped, low-recoil assault rifle that competitive players will be used to, and even an exotic version of this, which deals increased ramping damage. Also, the Sweeper shotgun, which has a widespread, generous magazine and decent damage from up close, perfect for those that prefer an automatic shotgun when box fighting. And of course, with any good update, there comes new ways of traversing and rotating across the map. The toxic nature of the island can work to your advantage if you locate a geyser at the right time. Catching a ride when these erupt will of course launch you into the air, but now come with an added bonus of 30 effective HP while you do so, ensuring you glide into your next engagement refreshed and ready for battle. The trusty Launchpad has also received an update and will be launching players higher than ever before. Find these dotted across the map for reliable mobility or as an item to throw down on the go. We hope you enjoy fighting off the swarm, Rangers. There's so much more to say about this upcoming season, but one thing that can be said for sure is that it's going to be an absolute banger for competitive play. So make sure to join us for the FNCS Global Championship this September to see how this explosive season plays out on the most high-stakes stage Fortnite has to offer. See you there.